Hello and welcome to Campaign Tutorials. Want to recover more past due payments without your team spending hours on follow-ups? In this video, I'll show you how to launch the Past Due Collections campaign template in just a few clicks. It's AI-powered, so the outreach is generated for you, which means way less manual work and a much faster launch. Let's jump into the Campaign Manager and set this up as a simple campaign, which is a one-time outreach that runs automatically in the background. First, in the Replify portal, go to the left panel and click Campaign Manager. Here, you'll see a list of campaigns already on your account. If you want to create a new one, click Create Campaign. Now you'll see all of the campaign templates available to you. For this use case, I'm running a collections outreach to recover missed payments, and I only want each customer contacted once, so I'm choosing Simple Outreach, which is your one-time blast for announcements and alerts. In the templates list, I'm going to select Past Due Collections. You'll also notice it's enabled for phone, which I already have enabled on my account. I'm going to click Use Template here, and I'm going to name this campaign Collections Test. Once the campaign is created, you'll land in the configuration view. A bunch of defaults are already applied, and anywhere you see something like, please review this template value and customize it for your needs, that's your cue that the template filled this in for you, and you can quickly tweak it if needed. I'm going to start in Campaign Basics. If I want, I can update the campaign title. I can update the description as well, but for this one, I'll keep it simple and say, this is my collections test. And I can also update the campaign goal. The goal matters because it's what the AI uses to generate the outreach and guide the conversation after the first message. So you want to make sure that it's something that applies to your use case. For this one, where I'm recovering past dues from customers, that's exactly what I'm going to put in the campaign goal. The more robust this campaign goal is, the better your campaign will be. Next, I'll go to the next step, which is delivery and timing. I can confirm the communication channel here. Phone is the right channel for this, and it's what the template default is. And since outbound phone calling is enabled for my account, I'm going to keep the template default phone. Now for message strategy, this was also filled in by the template. It's telling me the message is written for me, so I'm going to review what it generated here. This shows that the intro message, so the first message when the AI calls a customer, has these inputs to it. You'll notice the script uses variables like first name, and it also references a past due amount. These variables will pull directly from your contact data, so default fields like first name, last name, phone, and email will always be available. But if you want something extra like past due amount, you can add that as a column when you upload contacts. So this is a great way to personalize messages at scale. So for this campaign, I'm going to make sure that my contact upload does include an amount due column. Next, I'll be able to choose when the campaign runs in the campaign execution box. Right now it's set to run at a specific date and time based on the template, and I'm going to set this to run tomorrow at 9 a.m. just as the template value suggests, so my front desk knows to be ready. Customers may call back or get transferred to the front desk to finish the payment, so I want to make sure that the front desk knows that they can be available at this time and ready to answer calls. You can also choose Run Manually here, where you can trigger when the campaign will start reaching out to contacts, or you can alternatively choose to run automatically when contacts are added, so the campaign will always reach out to contacts immediately after they're added, as long as it's within the business hours. For this tutorial, I'll keep the scheduled runtime since it fits what I want to do with my campaign. The next step is the behavior and rules section. Now you'll see campaign knowledge and additional instructions. Campaign knowledge is anything extra you want the AI to know for this campaign on top of your existing agent knowledge base. And additional instructions is where you add rules the AI should follow every single time it gets on a conversation with a customer that's in a campaign, like staying on topic, keeping the tone professional, and transferring to the front desk if needed. This template already includes solid defaults, but if you need to change something like the transfer number or specific collections policies, you would do that here. Once everything looks good, you can review the campaign summary here, And then you can also simulate the campaign now or later on the next screen. For now, I'm going to click Save and Manage the campaign. Now we're in the Campaign Manager, and you'll see the campaign is currently in draft mode. I can also see that my start date and outreach time in my setup is scheduled for February 24th at 9 a.m. So as long as the go live, you click this, before then the campaign will run on schedule. Next, I'm going to add some contacts. So I'll click into Add Contacts here, and I'm going to choose to upload via CSV. This is just easiest for me, but you'll also see other options here. For this tutorial, I'm uploading my CSV that has 4 columns. It has a first name column, an email column, phone number, and amount due. It's not going to use the email because this is only a phone campaign, but it will use the phone number. I also see that this campaign has an amount due column, and as I noted in the creation of the campaign, I want to make sure that I add a custom property for the past due. So I'm going to call it the same thing that it was called in the first message, and I'm going to select amount due as the column to pull it from. So anytime the campaign sees the past due amount as a variable in an intro message or anywhere else, it will replace that per customer with the amount due that's configured in the table. I'll select to upload the CSV, and then I can see that all of my contacts were added to the campaign. And when I view all of the contacts in the campaign, I see that they were all added here. Before anything goes out, I'm going to enable manual review so I can approve each outreach first. And this is what I'd recommend if you want to test your campaign before reaching out to customers. I can also simulate my campaign by selecting a contact from the campaign contacts. I select Quinn here, and I'll see that the intro message is exactly what I configured, pulling from the past due amount that I configured in the table. I can simulate replies by saying, yeah, all and in the call, the AI will offer to connect to the front desk so that they can take care of that past due. Since manual review is on, I'll approve each outreach first, and I'll click Go Live to show you what that looks like. A quick heads up, once you click Go Live, you won't be able to go back to the edit page, so make sure you finalize any changes before going live. But since this is in manual review, nothing will go out until I approve it. Now the campaign is in planning mode, which means the AI is planning what the outreach will be. And once it's ready, each contact will show awaiting approval. If I update it, the rest of them show awaiting approval. And I can look at the next scheduled outreach for each customer to make sure it's something that I want going out to my customers. If I'm in manual review mode, I'll have to manually approve all of the contacts before they get reached out to, which I can do more easily here. If I select all 10, I can go here and approve the selected contacts. Once that's done, if you approve all contacts and it's on schedule mode, all of these outreaches will go out to our customers on the selected date that it's scheduled for. And you can always check that by looking at the next scheduled outreach. Once the outreach has gone out, you can view all of the outreach history below in the outreach history to look at what a contact has said in the conversations. Once this campaign is live, it will reach out to each contact one time as it shows in the progress bar, and it'll show the attempts that have occurred by showing that it has called once to each of these contacts. If you want to see your performance of your campaign, you can select this, and you can view all of the contacts that got reached out to, and then all of the call performance, call engagement, and call duration breakdown. And finally, if you do want to look at the configuration of your campaign and see what it's going to do and anything that you set, you can go into the configuration box and see an overview of your campaign. And that's it. You've launched a past due collections campaign in minutes with AI-generated outreach and way less manual setup. Thanks for watching.